Greetings, programs! Good morning, good afternoon. I hope you're all doing fantastic on this Monday morning. Runic, Ezek, early gang, greetings, welcome. Hope your day is off to a roaring start. So full disclosure, I'm half here. I don't know what happened. I literally was decompressing from work, just enjoying myself, and my alarm went off for the stream and was like, all right. And I was awake again. So, we're gonna see how the stream goes today. It's gonna be one of them days. God, I love working nights. I do, because it does provide me opportunities that otherwise I couldn't do. Miss Jones, welcome in. So, of course, to help us along on this Monday, cheers. So yes, this is Clark as usual. I understand. So full disclosure about today's stream. This is the redemption for Dee Dee's Viewer's Choice. We discussed it yesterday, and he gave me this suggestion of World of Horror. It is a point and click RPG inspired by the works of Junji Ito and H.P. Lovecraft. So, you know, I'm sure this is gonna be a great time. Yeah, so I honestly know nothing about this game. I just looked at the description and was like, oh, this is going to be fun. Yeah, this is gonna be a great time. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Little bit of stuff that happened also this past weekend. So how I suggested that Requiem, I could do my speed run of that. Yeah, I did that Saturday. Nonchalantly did that. No, Sunday. I did it Sunday. Just 3 hours and 48 minutes. I beat Resident Evil Requiem. So that accomplishment is done. So now I'm ready for Insanity, the hardest difficulty. So, you know, might do that later. I've also been trying to find more chill games to play. Don't get me wrong. Thomas and Friends Wanderers of Sodor is a wonderfully chill game to play. It is very relaxing, very soothing. But again, need to spruce it up a little bit. Just get a variety. Plus, also, I do feel like I'd have to wait till there's an update to it. Like the skippable cutscenes and stuff. It's just... it bogs it down a little bit. So yeah, this may be a short stream today, folks. Just going to give you a heads up. Also, for other reasons other than it. So, God, you know what? I'm not gonna say it. I'm not even gonna try and think about it. Let's just say, weather. I'm just gonna say that. Weather. We'll see how it plays out. See, as it gets it. Dee Dee, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. Yeah, it's windy here too. Oh. So yeah, we'll see how well everything holds out. Well, everything holds out. All right, so again, content warning. This is apparently a very spooky and graphic game. It's at least mature. It is like pixelated black and white. So content warning for those of you out there who may be sensitive to that sort of thing. You have been warned. All right, playing the game. Oh. Okay. Okay. Well, that's a thing. Okay. I'm already uneasy. Oh, what did I do? Okay. Would you like to customize your next playthrough's look? There are many color palettes and displays. One bit's fine. If it's your first time playing World of Horror, it is recommended you start with spine-chilling Story of School Sisters option before trying more complex playthroughs. Okay. Oh, complexity. Very okay. Tiny section of a standard playthrough showcasing one of the available mysteries. Okay. City of Shirakawa, Japan, 1980. Something strange is happening in our town. Robed figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. This is happening so fast. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and in realms beyond. That's a lot of pressure. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in the doomed town. That was... okay. Welcome to the world of horror. Important message will appear here. You found a new item, straight razor. Okay. You've been following the weird cult for weeks now, barely surviving the encounter with the skin hag of the nursery. It's a race against time, and you can't rest until our town is safe. Okay. Oh. Spine-chilling Story of School Sisters. Another boy from your school has disappeared. Rumor has it, a terrible woman has returned from the grave. A woman with the widest smile and the sharpest scissors. Ah, I'm familiar with this story. Archon, welcome in, buddy. Have me on alert? No worries. As long as I don't smile or look at her, I think I'm okay. Maybe, I don't recall. School is eerily quiet at this hour. Your missing friend has left you a notebook. If the rumors are true, to stop the tall woman with scissors, you'll need to perform a ritual to force her material form to appear in our dimension. Accomplishing this requires first the drawing of an eldritch sigil, and then the lighting of holy candles. You can only hope your friend has left them somewhere at the school. Okay. As you enter the school gym, you notice a strange black doll propped up against the wall. Go closer. Oh! Against your better judgment, you approach the doll. What you see makes you gasp in horror. The doll isn't a doll. Your sudden movement causes tiny black spiders to flee, revealing a white half-eaten corpse. -2 reason. Okay, I'm gonna resolve this event. You feel something horrible is happening within the school. You must hurry and find those items. Okay, we'll explore the school, investigating library. A tall woman with an unsettling face and twitching lips stops you. I'll be your new biology teacher. Could you help me move some stuff to my office? Squatch, welcome in, friend. Welcome in. I feel like it would be rude to decline. I mean, oh, I'm already deeply unsettled. I'm already deeply unsettled. Help her. Luck check failure. The creepy substitute teacher hands you dusty old biological specimens. The rancid smell of formalin almost makes you drop the jar. Should fetuses have so many legs? -2 stamina. You found an additional page from your friend's diary. It seems that the blessed chalk was left on the roof. You must hurry to find it. Something evil stalks the empty school corridors. Something is wrong. Instead of a clear blue sky, you see the bloated corpse of a long-forgotten deity looming over the school's roof. The barrier between worlds is coming apart. You must hurry or risk being noticed by whatever other eldritch horrors still lurk here. Hell, okay. What's my stealth? I don't know. I'll try sneaking. Dexterity check, success. You succeeded in grabbing the backpack and return to the staircase leading back to our world. Okay. You found blessed chalk, which you can use to draw the sigil in your ritual. You copy the sigil as best you can to the blackboard. Hopefully it'll be enough. I still need to find the holy candles. Jesus. Gonna explore the school. Wait. "14th, Maro is acting strange. I need to talk with her after class. I hope she didn't attempt the ritual herself. This sigil can weaken the demon for a while. Careful with the lines. I've hidden the candles in one of the classrooms. Tomorrow I'll try to perform the ritual." Okay. You hear a faint sound while walking outside the biology classroom. Inside is an old anatomy model, its heart beating. The sight almost makes you sick. Are we spooked yet? I'm unsettled. I'm deeply unsettled. The sound of scissors is getting louder. You must hurry. Oh. Hey! You found the holy candles in your friend's backpack. You lit them as instructed by the notebook. They were in the backpack the whole time? God damn it! Why didn't I see them? Wait, what's that? Uh-oh. Oh! Sigil holy candles don't seem to have any effect on the horrible monster. Had you drawn it wrong? Frozen in fear, you watch as the twitching horror gets closer and closer. It raises its enormous scissors and croaks. Am I beautiful? Yeah, yes, you're quite fetching. Prepare for combat. Twisting and twitching, the demon woman enters the classroom, crackling menacingly. Am I beautiful? Okay. I don't know if it's the style of the game or what, but I am unsettled. During each turn, you'll build a sequence of attacks and moves from the action ring. Once you have filled the sequence bar, press the launch sequence button to finish your turn. Okay. With time, you'll discover new combat moves available through the action filter, but first you need a weapon. Find and choose an action called Look for an Improvised Weapon. Where's that at? Look, a new item has appeared in your inventory in the upper right corner. Select the item with your cursor and open this item submenu. Oh, lordy. Okay. Attack with your weapon. Okay. You miss, slashes with her scissors, raises her scissors. Okay. Oh, I'm not doing hot. I'm pretty. Oh, I'm looking really rough. I sustained a new injury. Slit mouth. Oh, fun. I think I'm gonna die here soon. I missed the attack. Uh-oh. Frozen in fear, you watch as she gets closer. Her sharp scissors are slowly cutting through your cheeks as she asks you, "Am I beautiful?" You've perished. Cause of death. Killed by the scissor woman. Okay. Backstory, World of War. Okay. Well, that would be okay. Oh, wait, wait, why is that? Okay. Am I playing this right? I don't know. Okay, well, new story? I mean, I probably should play that again? Because that... What? Edie, I hope I'm playing this right, because, man, it's a point and click. Did I just fail my rolls? If so, Jesus. I feel like I need to try this again. Okay, so I'm at the school. Okay. Maybe a signal can weaken the demon for a while. We need a tiny key to open this. Wooden bat. Okay, we found a wooden bat. That could possibly be helpful. Ooh! I don't know what that is, and I'm leaving. Floor of the school. She suddenly grabs your hand. Oh, I insist. Can I beat her off with a wooden bat? Oh, it's a health break, everybody. There's a health break. For those of you that aren't subscribed, there's a health break going on. So before I continue, we're going to take a quick health break. I won't progress. I won't do anything. So okay, so -2 to reason. Helper. Luck check. Failure. I'm equipping my bat. Oh, it's a food. Okay, it might be a hit. Healing. Needs anatomy class perk. Find an additional page from your friend's diary. It seems that a blessed chalk was left on the roof. You must open the door, click on the handle. Whoa! On the roof, you find the girl your friend was talking about. In one hand, she holds a bag. In the other, a pair of bloody scissors. Okay. You build a sequence of attacks and moves from the action ring. Once you fill the sequence bar, press C to launch action. With time, you'll discover new combat moves available through the action filter, but first you need a weapon. Find and choose an action called Look for an Improvised Weapon. Okay. Chance to hit 70. Okay, I think I'm doing better. Bashes you with a bag. Seem to be doing okay so far. Oh, I defeated her! Okay! Resolve combat. You found Blessed Chalk, which you can use to draw the sigil in your ritual. Hold on. It's like a square. That's it. Okay, that might actually help. Okay. Now that I'm figuring out what time, I'm getting the hang of this now. I'm finding it. So we just need the candles. Damage for speed, a chance to hit 70. Found the holy candles in your friend's backpack. Again, I wish there was something I could use to, like, I wish I could find that. Perform the ritual. Okay. I bashed her! The ancient horror lies dead on the classroom floor, slowly dissolving into nothingness. You find your friend, gravely wounded but alive. You help him up and both of you limp away from the school as the police sirens get louder. Horror is over for now. The playthrough lasted 8 minutes. That's not the only mystery plaguing this town. You must continue your investigation. Okay. I got ending A. Okay. So extracurricular activities? Okay. So that was literally just like a setup, like a tutorial. Okay. Eternal web. I don't know how to say that. So once again, awakening from its slumber, blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger, it has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. Stop it before it devours us all. Old gods rule. You can't escape from combat encounters. Backstory: World of Horror. Okay. First time playing this, select this. Okay, my home. You check your mailbox, it's empty. Back in your home, you think of your next move. You're currently not investigating any weird mysteries. Recent newspaper clippings and notes collected in the next room should point you in the right direction. Inexplicable, and morbid events have been plaguing your town for some time now. You've marked down 5 of them, hoping that there is something connecting them. You can tackle these 5 mysteries in any order you want. Beware, your decisions will haunt you and influence yet unresolved mysteries. Oh, fun. Consequences. Eerie episode of Evolving Eels. Rotten report of a rancid ramen. Good lord, I don't think I'm waking up for this. Fine. Far out fable of a fear festival. Sorrowful saga of the moonlit light sailors. Eerie episode of Evolving Eels it is. I don't like whatever that is. While returning to your home, someone suddenly bumps into you. Did you know? You turn around, it's your friend living in the same apartment complex, Kana. That weird dude is back. You know, the one who studies fish. You shrug, opening the door. Kana follows and immediately enters the kitchen. A while later, she returns with 2 cans of soda. Aren't you curious? What weird fish did he bring this time? She grins. To advance this mystery, investigate the circled location. As you progress, the location and the rules may change. Okay. I saw the creepy neighbor carrying some jars inside his apartment. I wonder what weird fish did he find this time? Will you check it out? He will surely recognize me if I try to do it myself. Investigating apartments. Wandering through an empty corridor, you find an old vending machine. You don't recognize the brand of sodas inside, but you could really use a drink. Get the cheapest one. Dexterity check success. You buy a can of off-brand soda and take a sip. It tastes a little odd, but you enjoy the drink anyway. Plus 5 experience. Okay. This door shouldn't be here. It shouldn't lead anywhere. More importantly, it shouldn't pull you in. Resist. You force yourself to leave the mysterious door behind. The neighbor's office at school is empty. You did find a few jars, all filled with weird eel-like fish. Despite your protests, Kana decides to take one jar home. Leave it to the friend. Have you ever seen an eel like this? It's so freaky. Don't you have a feeling it's watching us? How can she sip her soda so calmly, staring at this creepy creature? Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. Open up! Shouts a deep voice from behind the door. I know you're there! Get closer to the door and ask what's the matter. Ah! Dexterity check success. Before you can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. Luckily, you manage to stand still. After a couple of minutes, the man retreats, probably unsure if you're home after all. Okay. I've seen him burning some notes behind our apartment building. Let's go check it out. Is this eel even alive? I hate that. Oh, hot lot of lemons. Putting your hand in that hole was a bad idea. Seeing the big spider escape, you hope it wasn't poisonous. +1 injury. Yay! Yeah. Kano was right. Someone tried to burn some papers. They must have been in a hurry because some of the papers look salvageable. You both returned to your apartment and tried to decipher the notes. It's so weird. Your neighbor really was into eels, it seems. You begin to wonder if spying on your neighbor was a good idea to begin with. It's never a good idea to spy on your neighbors. Just a note for future reference. Suddenly, the air around you begins to whirl. A supernatural wave of freezing wind is approaching. Brace yourself. Strength check failure. The blizzard chills you to the bone and disappears as quickly as it began. Well, can I decipher the notes? Guess not. Okay. Following a barking sound, you find yourself on a beach surrounded by rocks. Goblin shield! Why? I love missing the attack. Okay, I defeated the goblin seal. Can we take it home? I don't wanna. You may be going crazy, but you swear something is watching you from the sea. Legend from the prefecture Eels tell of a small village of robbers who would kill all visitors and dump their corpses into a lake full of eels. Eels of the prefecture lay their eggs inside humans. Oh. Well, that's not great. Cost doomed to enter, regain stamina and reason. It certainly feels good to be back home. You bandage up the fresh wounds, you phone your best friend and talk about unrelated stuff. Time flies by so fast, you prepare yourself to leave and continue your long investigation. Okay. Well, I investigated the notes. When you stop by home to pick up your lunch, you find a pile of letters in your mailbox. What's that? You've attracted the attention of something truly evil. Well, that's great. There must be something more we can learn. I'll try to break into his apartment tomorrow morning. I wonder what he's hiding there. You shrug non-committally. You just wish you could throw this damn jar in the trash. The ocean is hungry. You're stopped by a person with a knife. They look incredibly sad. It wants me, but I'm afraid I'm too much of a coward to do it myself. Can you help me? Talk them out of it. Unable to convince the person, you close your eyes as they jump off the cliff. Think about how stupid it is, Con, to try and break into your neighbor's apartment. You go to sleep. You spend the entire day waiting for Kana. Where the hell is she? Well, how do I can't heal this thing. Bite mark is getting worse with each day. Well, that's great. How do I heal? Town's docks are a mix of modern warehouses, small shops, and bars where the alternative crowd gathers. An ancient wooden temple occupies a small hill at the town center. It doesn't matter if you believe or not, the smell of burning incense and old wood calms you down. Well, no, it says investigate school? Oh, okay. Hearing footsteps behind you, realize you aren't the only student here. A girl wearing a demon's mask starts giggling as she gets closer. Ugh! Young witch. Young witch giggles. Wait, what's that? Pick it up. Box cutter broken. Whoa. Kana's been missing since yesterday. Decide to check out the neighbor's apartment yourself. You cautiously enter your neighbor's kitchen. You are shocked to see countless jaws filled with eels flailing around restlessly. Where the hell is Kana? Swollen body of your neighbor is rotting away inside putrid murky water. Both his eyes are missing with countless tiny blood trails leading from them in all directions. Ah! You finally find Kana. I found the neighbor, but with his eyes burst, I slipped on the blood and lost consciousness. I'm afraid there's something in my eye now, too. We must puncture her eye now! We must go to a hospital. I don't know, chat. What do we think? Do we go to take her to a hospital? Or do we just puncture her eye now? Ugh. This is just fuck it. Kana, we're gonna have to puncture your eye now. I'm sorry, but considering what's happened, I'm afraid we must do this. Oh god. I wasn't prepared for this. Oh. Alright, yeah, this is gonna be bad. You defeated young Wait, what? Will Kana even survive the blood loss? I don't know. Shocked, you see countless tiny eels crawling out of your friend's eye in all directions. Ugh. You rush to the hospital with Kana, getting a lot of attention from horrified people. Your friend is taken immediately to the operating theater and you collapse on a chair in the waiting area. Fall asleep. Wake up, dude. You've been sleeping for over 3 hours. You groggily open your eyes, see your friend Kana's wearing an eye patch. Not so pretty anymore, eh? I couldn't exactly tell the doctors the truth about what happened. I'm pretty sure I won't be winking with my left eye anytime soon, but thanks for saving my life. You're still processing the events of the previous night. Corpse-eating eels that lay their eggs in eyes. Sitting with your friend Kana before your apartment building, you watch the police officers emptying out your neighbor's place. I don't know if I have the stomach for this game because continue. The old god stirs. Click to reveal its effect. Price hike. Preparing for the worst, people are stocking up on everything, making it harder for you to find out what you want. Yay! A feeling of paranoia and discomfort is almost palpable in the air. All site bottoms cost 1 funds more. Yay! Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What is it doing in there? Take the key. Back in your home, you think of your next move. You are not currently investigating any weird mysteries. Recent newspaper clippings and choose an action. Library notes. Trinket usable. Use. Gain a random spell. Lose 1/2 reason. Forbidden knowledge. I gained a spell. rotten report of a rancid ramen. All right. Out of thin air, a brand new ramen restaurant opens in town. It's adored by everyone. That's a finger in that ramen. That's totally a finger in that ramen. Yeah, all right. Once people take a bite, they can't stop. Day and night, the queues stretch out the door. The shambling customers stuff themselves with dish after dish, while the blind owner sits silently behind the counter, grinning and polishing his gleaming knives. Okay. Okay. We got a health break coming up here in about 30 seconds. So, for those of you that haven't, maybe, I don't know, if you haven't gotten your water lately or whatnot, you'll get ready to get some water. I think I might just take a little breather. Yeah, this game is just like disconcerting entirely. So yeah, before I start mystery, we'll be right back after these messages, folks, because woo. We're back. I think we all feel better now. Let's go ahead and... You are determined to discover what makes this ramen so enticing. What is its true power? Dog meat? Human meat? The flesh of the gods themselves? Probably all three, honestly. Watching the local news, you spot a familiar street. It's feature about the newest ramen shop. Food Critic has a manic look as he describes a ramen. His description makes your stomach churn. Discard 2 item cards to complete this quest. As you glance around, you notice that more and more people are wearing strange masks, unlike anything you've ever seen before. As you turn to your friends for reassurance, you notice that some also wear these eerie masks. Their voices sound muffled and distorted. You also can't shake off the feeling they're not quite themselves. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end and realize something is wrong. Are they hiding something? This can't be healthy. They're preparing for something. This can't be healthy. What are they protecting themselves against? You take a deep breath and the air around you feels heavy as it's thick with invisible poison. You cough and your eyes begin to water. The world around you is not as safe as you once thought. You can see the restaurant through the staircase window. You watch the door for hours but never see any of the cooks enter or leave. As you prepare a bath, you think of all the possible leads so far. You're very tired, so maybe ice cold water is a good idea. Cold bath. Strength check fail. Your body clearly wasn't prepared for a cold bath. You feel a cold coming on. Jesus! Man, I'm not looking so good. I need to rest. You swallow the painkillers, you phone your best friend, talk about unrelated stuff. Time flies by so fast, you prepare yourself to leave and continue your long investigation. Not wanting to wait for an elevator, you decide to take the rarely used stairs. You suddenly trip and grab the railing at the last second. When you get up to inspect what caused you to trip, you freeze in terror. It is slowly standing up. Okay! Twisted corpse! Find an improvised weapon! Broken bottle! Incorporeal enemy. This attack can't hurt the ghost enemy. Don't I have a ritual? Expel evil! Hey. I think you got 3 ritual moves right. Oh Lord, what? Ritual is too long to have an effect. What? You got 2 ritual moves right. Okay, is there an escape button? Visible web prevents you from running from this encounter. I can't attack this spiritual entity, apparently. Okay, well, there we go. I did it. I think I need to go rest again, because what the hell? Jiminy Christmas. Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice to gain a new level, press the flashing button. To advance to the next experience point, choose one of the following. I feel like I should do knowledge. Quick thinking, discipline, folklore studies. One knowledge. Various rituals and myths. Regain one stamina for all successful skill checks. Quick thinking. Okay. You notice a shade-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around and is checking for any unwanted followers. What could that mean? Didn't I just do the quick thinking perk? Yeah, I've got the quick thinking perk. Okay. Charisma check failure. You can't convince the police officer to take you seriously. By the time you manage to find a willing cop, the house is empty. Okay. I need to go. I need to rest. You wonder what kind of animal that spider caught in its web. You scare away the annoyed predator, rip open the cocoon to reveal a hidden finger. Yay, a rock wing. Jewelry, occult. 1 strength, 2 max. Surprisingly heavy. Surprisingly heavy. It's not actually made of stone, is it? Maybe. You sneak into an alley at the dead of night, gagging. You look through the restaurant's garbage. It's all vile pulp through a few chunk of meat that looks like promising samples. Disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, hi, puppy. Deals 8 damage to ghost type. Which... What are my funds? Just in case. The road seems to twist and turn when you're not looking. Trapping you in this neighborhood needs map item. Get lost. You spend hours trying to find a way out. Finally, completely exhausted, you end up on the main street as the passage to the blighted neighborhood slowly closes behind you. Okay. Seeing the two chopped off heads, you can't help but wonder who's been preparing your food for the past week. Knowledge check. Reading the ramblings of a madman has made you sick. With a slick hand, you fill a vial with the soup and walk out all without tasting the weird dish. With the pulling of some delicate strings, you get the ramen into a lab. While handing over the gathered material, you hesitate. What should you send to the laboratory? Vial plus meat. You look at the charts and can't believe your eyes. Well, the standard test didn't detect anything weird. Adding drops of human blood revealed something horrible. Whatever this thing is made of, it's alive, beating a soft pulse against the glass. Your friend leaves with the papers, muttering an excuse and preparing to flee town on the next train. Prepared for a fight, you march down to the restaurant. However, you find no eldritch horror to duel. Instead, you're shocked to find nothing but a gap in the street. You ignore the distraught customers, still lining up when they remember the entrance. Investigating the grounds, you see something glisten where the kitchen used to be. Cautiously, you look back at the chunk of meat and then jump back with a yell. As it flexes, it opens a weary eye, grins, and wanders off on its stubby black claws. You walk home shaken. In your head, you hear the weird ramen breathing in its bowl. You only stop to throw up on the street. Oh, is that all? The air feels heavy, making it hard to breathe. Yay! Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What's it doing in there? I don't like that. Peek through a peephole? I'm not gonna peek through a peephole. Who does that? This is just... This game is something else. Like... I am very uneasy. Might also, due to my current mental state, and just not... Far-out fable of a fear festival. 3 endings. Your aunt has sent you a letter inviting you for a curious-sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen, you ask yourself as you board the bus? Why would you think that? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Today's goal, explore the weird village. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. Small village and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. A fat man wearing dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are so deformed they resemble claws more than hands. I don't like that. Your group has arrived in the village and is currently unpacking at the inn, giving you some time to explore. The festival begins in the evening. To progress this mystery, choose the actions that will advance the clock. As you learn about the terrible secret of this village, more actions will unlock. Check out the inn, your room. The inn's room is dusty, like it hasn't seen any visitors in years. You wonder if anyone's cleared it since the last festival 27 years ago. There's a folder of available activities lying on the table. The hot spring feels great. Finally, you can relax a bit and enjoy the warm water plus 2 stamina. There's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating the place. A few stands are already open, but you can't shake off the feeling something is wrong. It's getting late. An old priest is performing a ritual to appease a local demon imprisoned underground. You're invited to join them. I'm gonna kindly refuse. Old man frowns and walks away. Festival grounds are now open for visitors. Maybe you should check it out. You break into cold sweat when you see the street vendor's twisted grimace. You back off, wishing it was only a mask. Isn't it? Isn't it a mask? Days ago, learn more about the festival itself. A weird sound wakes you up. You step closer to the window and look out. You can't see anything and get ready to go back to bed when suddenly the moon comes from behind thick clouds. 3 hooded figures are standing at the forest's edge. One by one, they light their torches and disappear behind the trees. What was that about? They all wore strange masks. Should you follow them into the forest or try to find more information about the festival? Weird sounds coming from the forest kept you up at night. What could it mean? Well, we'll explore the forest. While wandering through the woods, you discover strange carvings on one of the trees, and by the look of them, they were made recently. Could they be connected with the current mystery? Knowledge check, success! You're certain the missing people were here. You are on the right trail, plus 5 experience. Weird sound coming from the forest kept you up at night. Day 2, evening. Suspicious group you've been following is gathered in a nearby forest. They're enacting some sort of ritual in a clearing up ahead. The only nearby vantage point is a large rock. Attempt to climb it. Strength check. You fall down and injure yourself. Luckily, you manage to limp away unnoticed. Someone is watching you from behind the trees. Keep investigating the forest. Dropping tree branches hang over the path, framing an almost macabre way. It's almost inspiring. Get a grip. You quicken your pace and leave the menacing path. Today's goal? No. Going back to the inn, you overhear 2 masked villagers. They're talking about something, awakening at the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. It's not safe here. You decide to block the entrance to your room with a nightstand. The festival's ending tomorrow and you can't be too careful. Villagers seem to follow your every step here. This trail to an abandoned Shinto shrine is overgrown and steep. However, it could be an important place to investigate. Taking the safe route costs you time, but you get to the top without incident. Burnout candle wax and dried blood around the shrine mean a new sinister cult has claimed this location. Weird sounds coming from the forest kept you up at night. What could it mean? Parasitic organism burrows under the bark, undulating slowly. All nearby trees are connected underground. The main branch leads east. You make a mental note to avoid that region. Why is it so quiet all of a sudden? Where is everybody? Is that blood? Find the missing people. A trail of blood and sickly swelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. Oh. 4 actions until sunrise. You start to recognize some of the paths and rocks you've seen earlier. Oh. A wet splash behind you makes you stop. You slowly turn around to see a young girl sluggishly walking in your direction. In her eyeball, there's a swarm of disgusting worms. One of them falls to the floor with a wet splash. I'm getting... Oh, boy. Anyone else kind of just perturbed by this game other than me? Because, man, I'm... Ugh. An abandoned factory. This must be the place that must be the place they took everyone. While exploring the factory, you are caught by masked people you've seen from the inn's window. After tying you up, they bring you to the cult leader. We knew you'd come. You hear a raspy voice. Your aunt's voice coming from behind the priest's weird mask. She signals towards the door behind her. Our master is waiting for a final blood sacrifice. Okay. I did. The loud bang, the ancient horde disappears and the high priest falls to the floor, grabbing their shoulder. The last thing you see before blacking out are the beams of flashlights in the hands of police officers, saving you from falling. Later that day, detectives interrogating you are confused when you tell them about the ritual, blood and eldritch being. The village is abandoned with no trace of blood anywhere. You were the only one seeing the ancient horror. Huh. While you couldn't catch the leader of the cult to interrogate them, the people are safe. You board the old bus wondering what would happen if you didn't stop the ritual in time. So did I have an aunt? Or like what was that all about? Again, I'm deeply perturbed. What are the old gods stirs? Dangerous bands of rioters are gathering around the downtown area. The police are hopeless. Oh, that's not great. Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What is it doing there? I don't like that something is trying to force its way out of this mailbox. So downtown area is kind of bad, okay? Okay, we've only got the one mystery. Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors. It began with one fisherman who dragged something truly awful from the belly of the ocean. A dark, withering ooze that mesmerized him beyond control. He hid himself away for a week, adoring it, not to be seen until one moonlit night when a young girl spotted his boat drifting away. A single lantern swinging at the helm, and the captivated fisherman singing eerily to his catch. Now more and more fishermen have begun to find the vile ooze in their nets, and one by one they are disappearing. Soon the ocean will have taken them all. Okay. You start your investigation hoping to overhear some rumors at the fish market. Discard 2 item cards to complete this quest. Well, I can level up. One perception, you got an eye for art and details, knowledge of various rituals and myths, natural ability to guide others. I feel like that would be the thing to do. We got a health break coming up, folks, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after these messages. Alright, we're back. Hope everyone got some water. I think we'll take the leadership perk. And let's see. I feel like our perception. Okay. Investigate downtown. Costume to enter. Funds. Items. There are 2 items. Let's see if I got any items here. Do I have any kind of medicine? Sewing kit, medicine. I think I'm good now. Okay. Investigate downtown. Someone taps you on your back. Sorry, is the bush still running? You're so late for a meeting. The bush is trying to kill me. Starla, you quickly turn around, shocked by what you see there. Ah! What the hell? Tapeworm salary man. Okay. Well, that's soft pudding. enemy seems to be weak against this type of weapon. Woo! Although you braved the stench for hours, you gleaned nothing besides the fact that the fisherman had a wife. Perhaps you should pay her a visit. Takahashi, you hear a chipper voice shout during a jog around the area. You turn your head to see another one of your teammates in casual clothes smiling, blissfully unaware of everything going on. What's up, Captain? Charisma check failure. Shakes your head, throwing up her hands in a shrug. What makes you ask? Something wrong? Don't have to worry about it too much. You part ways shortly after that. You arrive at the fisherman's house. It stands long vacated. Peering through the dusty window, you recoil in shock. You find a heavy tome wrapped in moth-eaten black velvet in an old locked cabinet. When you remove the book's wrappings, you recoil in disgust. It's bound in human flesh. Cursed grimoire. I feel like probably should burn it. Feel like you should burn it. This sort of thing, burn it. You may never know what's inside the hideous book, but that's a good thing. Fisherman's wife lies in the kitchen, mutilated and covered with black marks. Oh dear. The whole building begins to shake as you enter the room. Suddenly, a stone pillar bursts through the floor where you stood just seconds ago. Noticing the arcane symbols painted on the stone, you take a step closer. Study the symbols. Knowledge check success. You recognize some of the symbols from the stone tablet you saw at the museum. What's the connection? Surely someone else must have caught one of these. You lurk around hoping to spot one of them. Is there a museum? No, there is no museum. Something pulls you towards the beach. A statuette, half buried in the sand, is calling you. Feeling your hands shaking, you take a step closer. Eldritch statuette. It's a bad idea. The young man has glassy eyes and mumbles his replies as he caresses his catch. The beating movement of his arms disturb you. Okay. The investigation is taking its toll on you. You start to miss the obvious leads. Okay, time to go home and rest. The waves lazily wash up on the shore. You take a deep breath. The fresh air clears your head, plus one reason. Slip out at night and race towards the beach, terrified of what comes next. Full moon shines bright in the cloudless night. The ink-black ocean waves glimmer eerily. All the residents have drawn their shutters tight and locked their doors. Your footsteps are silent in the sand. The only audible sounds are your ragged breathing and pounding heartbeat. You arrive at the water's edge, breathless. The possessed fishermen's boats fill the horizon with their light. Tiny yellow spots navigating across a dark ocean under a dark sky. You cannot make out the figures on the board. Whoa. Hypnotized, you watch as they bob their way out of the harbor. Their lanterns move farther and farther away, and you hear the odd chanting slowly fade with the wind. You stand in the cold until the final boat is out of sight, and it's pitch black again. There's nothing to do now. Go home, the weird chant still in your head. No one spoke of the fishermen after they sailed off. Grieving mothers would not let their children anywhere near the cursed beach. Over time, people forgot the last time they saw a boat out of the waves. Ending B. New events available. Knowledge is key. There's still hope. The crimson moon spotted over Shikawa keeps everyone on edge. The blood moon rises again. Oh God, that's not. Can't see anything. I hate that. I hate that so much. I wish I had just left that on the beach. Does that lead to the lighthouse? What's... The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Multiple padlocks prevent you from entering the building. You need 5 keys. You finally made it inside the cursed lighthouse. Your gut is telling you 2 things. That whoever or whatever is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor of this place, and that you should run away from this place as far and fast as you can. You're afraid there won't be any way back once you start climbing these stairs. Let's go for it! Following the winding staircase, you are stopped. Wait a minute. Someone broke into your apartment, stole all the clues and newspaper clippings, and pinned them here. The more you study them, you discover you can't remember any of them except one. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. The more you study them, you discover you can't remember any of them except one. I feel like this, I feel like the Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors is one we really need to redo. Wrong answer. Your head starts to hurt. Is everything you just something you've imagined? Oh, there was a right answer? What was the right answer? You are stopped by darkness. Thick cloud obscuring your vision. You can swear something is waiting for you inside of it. Don't have... You climbing. Inside to brave the veil, you finally emerge well later safe. You can't, however, explain the blasphemous whisper you heard. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked and you notice an electrical cable. It seems to connect the door to a hole inside the central pillar. If there's a switch inside, you'll have to risk getting cut by numerous glass shards and knives. Sure. You manage to locate a door switch while avoiding the knives and glass shards. With a buzz, the gate opens. Hey, up we go still. Following the winding staircase, you're stopped by a metal gate. A tiny page nailed to the gate explains that the opening of the gate will require you to grab 2 metal rods. Using your own body as a natural conductor, you will power up the gate. Yeah, I should be used to this. Not enough knowledge. You grab the rods, electricity flowing through your body and burning the nerve endings. The pain is almost unbearable, but with a buzz, the gate opens. So, essentially... You're stopped by a girl wearing dirty black school uniform. I'm sorry, but I can't let you go any further, she says, reaching for her bag. It's too late anyway. You instinctively take a step back when you notice a knife in her hand. You have to think fast. How am I liking this game so far? It's definitely different from most games I've played. It's got a unique charm to it. I'm weirded out though. Like seriously, this game is twisted. Like the more you think about it, like you take a step back, this game is very twisted. I can see the inspiration from Junji Ito and Lovecraft. So it's different for sure. Not enough charisma. You try to talk to her into allowing to pass. Undertale away, maybe it's the music. Yeah. Allowing to pass, but suddenly she raises the knife and slices right through her own foe, nearly decapitating herself. I'm gonna lose all reason. Dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You managed to stop the ritual awakening the eldritch old god, but what's done is done. It will stir in its slumber again and again until the stars are right once more. Congratulations, you're safe for now. I only had one friend through that whole thing too. Apparently I could have had like a team of people. You survived level 4, difficulty level skeptic. Goes in timeline A. You managed to solve 4 mysteries plaguing this town. You saw 32 new events. You encountered 5 new enemies. You unlocked 3 new achievements. Okay. So you can just play and then choose to do it all over again, but I defeated the old ones! Once again, I have proven that I am more than capable of taking on the old ones! This game's on sale right now for like 15 bucks, if anyone else wants to play this. 4 new mysteries bringing new events. I think I'm gonna call it there. I'm not gonna lie, I think I'm gonna call it there. Just so I can because I need a break. I need a break. Hold on a second. So, okay. That game's trippy. I appreciate the aesthetic of it, and man, is it just like enough. It's twisted enough that I'm like, I'm uncomfortable for multiple reasons. I am uncomfortable for multiple reasons. So, Dee, good choice. Good choice, my friend. Good choice. Let a certain friend of ours know about that game. You... I actually know a few people who are into this sort of thing. So, yeah. I think I need to let quite a few people know about this game. I'm trying to think. I don't want to push it. I don't want to push myself. Like I said, I was very tired when I came into the stream, and I think just calling it there is probably a good idea. We did make it through the game. I managed to do a complete run of it. So, I do think that that'll be it for today. Let me open up Twitch, see who we can read out to. I would say this early, I don't know who's going to be live. Oh, Calpy's live. Excellent. And he's currently playing Slay the Spire 2. Oh, good. This will be a nice change of pace from this. So, let's talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow, we are going to go back to Control. We are going to attempt to finish the Alan Wake DLC, which I'm hoping I can. That boss was very difficult. So I am genuinely hoping we get the chance to do that. And then Wednesday, again, I'm trying to find something to break up because we are kind of playing dark games. I've been playing kind of dark games, like 2 in a row. So something nice and chill, something enjoyable. I do have quite a few games that I haven't played yet that I think will be a nice, fun games that'll be a change of pace. So, God, I honestly, a kind part of me wishes that, like, Ezek, I know you're working, so this would be a tough sell for you, but like, just to get some people to play Helldivers, like that, I feel like that would be fun in itself. But again, I know with it through the work week this early too, it would be hard to get people to do that. So maybe I'll put it out in the community, see what y'all think. But again, Helldivers is kind of one of those games that I enjoy with my friends in our own time. So I don't know, we'll think about it. Now that now with Requiem, I'm just doing challenge runs. So it's like, I've got to beat it on Insanity, hardest difficulty, but there's also a couple other things I have to do. Like beating it without using healing items or without crafting. So, I feel like it would be interesting to maybe try that. So, like I said, we'll play it by ear. I still have Wonders of Sodor installed, and like I said, that until that game gets a serious update that prevents like skippable cutscenes and whatnot, we'll see. But yeah, I've got other games that I can play that I think some of you might enjoy. Exit Steam. All right, let's get the raid started here. So like I said, we are going to go visit Calpy, who's playing Slay the Spire 2. Here's our raid message, folks, for you on Twitch. If you're in chat, copy and paste this. Let Twitch know you want to join us on our raid to help support a fellow streamer. I would greatly appreciate it. Subscribers, you get to use my emotes because, well, you're paying for it, which I greatly appreciate the support. But folks, sincerely, everybody who tunes in, I sincerely appreciate you checking the stream out. I hope you found it enjoyable. I hope you were enjoyed by my little freak out there. Like I said, Dee, thank you for the redemption and the suggestion. It was enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie. I was genuinely off put and freaked out. So it's a good time. For those of you on YouTube, I'd greatly appreciate if you would leave a like, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do, and ring the bell to be notified when I go live tomorrow. So folks, as we say at the end of every stream, always try to be nice, but never fail to be kind. May the goddess smile upon you, and I shall see you next cycle. This is Zayun, out!